Hey everybody, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So we are doing our fourth withdrawing consent clearing today. This one is focused on releasing inherited, so from families, from our families, inherited emotional patterns, unhealthy relationship dynamics that have been passed down, generational fear, silence, emotional shutdown, imbalance, survival-based conditioning, and unhealthy family patterns that may have been passed down across generations. So just a reminder, we are doing what I'm calling withdrawing consent to any unconscious consent that we may have given from the time we are born, okay? This is inspired by the work of Andrew Barces, and I will link his description below, his website. He does revocations, all right? And that's what he calls them. I'm just calling them withdrawing consent because it just logically makes sense to me. Okay. We have previously done, so there is a playlist I will pop up at the end of this video. There's going to be 5 total in this playlist, all right? You can always add additional things to the withdrawal of consent clearing when I go through them as well. Just add stuff if I don't have them in there for you, okay? So we've already done hidden agreements, media influence, and unconscious participation, fear, control, and survival conditioning, and self-abandonment, shame, and unworthiness. Those were 3 separate clearings we did with the Lead Team Collective, okay? So I'm telling you, I don't know how you feel. I would love to know if you've done those last 3, how you're feeling now. I am feeling extremely calm in life. And I think that's probably a combination of things, but I have no doubt that these withdrawing consent clearings have been very helpful. So hopefully they are to you too. Again, the playlist will pop up right here. I wouldn't recommend more than 1 a day. So if you're going to sit for this clearing, I wouldn't go to that playlist and do another one. Give your body some time to adjust. All right. Your nervous system, your psyche, your aura, all that kind of stuff, your energy field, give it time to adjust to the clearing. Okay, so now we are expanding into inherited emotional patterns and relationship dynamics that may have been passed down through families, culture, early emotional experiences, and survival-based conditioning across generations. Throughout life, we may unknowingly carry inherited emotional patterns, unhealthy relationships. It's important for me to list all these things so that we know what we're clearing, okay? But it is like all very listy, all right, which I don't love, but I do think it's important for us to hear all the things that we are going to be clearing, all right? And again, if you have free will, of course, so if something doesn't sound right to you, just say cut, clear, and cancel that part, and then you can add to it. So throughout life, we may unknowingly carry inherited emotional patterns, unhealthy relationship dynamics, generational fear, silence, martyrdom, emotional shutdown, addiction patterns, yeah, probably for a lot of us, imbalance, or survival behaviors passed through family systems, relationships, culture, or early emotional experiences. This declaration is designed to help bring any unconscious agreements into awareness. Unconscious agreements, that's the key, so that they can be consciously reviewed and released. Its purpose is to help us consciously withdraw consent from inherited emotional patterns, unhealthy relationship dynamics, generational fear, imbalance, emotional suppression, and relational conditioning that no longer serves our healing, balance, peace, or free will. This includes inherited trauma responses, silence patterns, martyrdom, emotional shutdown, unhealthy masculine or feminine conditioning, relational imbalance, addiction patterns, and any future unconscious relational agreements not consciously chosen with full awareness and free will. I think that's an important part. And it includes future unconscious relational agreements not consciously chosen with full awareness and free will. Okay, so this is what we are going to be withdrawing consent from, and then I'm going to say the prayer to the lead team and ask them for the clearing. I now withdraw. So, and by the way, before I say this, this is in the description. Okay, so you can follow along, you can read it out loud. You could just pause, don't hear me read it, and just read it yourself and then sit for the clearing, whatever works for you. Okay, so actually I will say on behalf of the community, we withdraw our consent from all agreements rooted in inherited fear, emotional suppression, silence, martyrdom, imbalance, addiction patterns, unhealthy relationship dynamics, generational trauma, or survival-based family conditioning. We withdraw consent from all agreements that taught us love requires suffering, conflict must be avoided at all costs, emotional truth is unsafe, silence is safer than honesty, unhealthy patterns are normal, emotional shutdown is protection, imbalance is love, and fear must be inherited and carried forward. We do not consent to any family pattern, relationship dynamic, cultural expectation, emotional conditioning, or inherited belief that separates us from emotional truth, health connection, mutual respect, balance, healing, and conscious choice. We withdraw consent from all energetic attachments created through manipulation, emotional control, fear, guilt, silence, imbalance, addiction patterns, emotional suppression, or inherited trauma responses. We also withdraw consent from any future unconscious relational or family agreements rooted in fear, imbalance, emotional suppression, manipulation, silence, guilt, or inherited trauma unless consciously chosen with full awareness and free will. No future family expectations, relational pressure, emotional conditioning, inherited pattern, or unhealthy dynamic carries authority within our lives or energy field unless it is consciously reviewed, fully understood, intentionally accepted, and aligned with our values, discernment, healing, free will, and highest good. We reclaim emotional truth, healthy connections, balanced relationships, safe communication, emotional healing, peace, mutual respect, and conscious connection. We release all inherited fear, silence, imbalance, guilt, emotional shutdown, and generational heaviness that no longer belongs to us. From this moment forward, we choose relationships and family connections rooted in honesty, healing, peace, emotional safety, balance, and conscious choice. And so it is. So we ask the Lead Team Collective on behalf of this community for gentle support as inherited emotional patterns and family conditioning and relational wounds are released. May our nervous systems feel safe enough to heal. May our hearts feel safe enough to open. May our emotional body release inherited heaviness and gently and completely. Lead team, and I will say the prayer in a second, help us create healthier relationships, healthier communication, healthier boundaries, and healthier emotional patterns moving forward. Lead Team Collective, we ask that anything standing in the way of these desired outcomes be cleared for the highest good. And so it is. Okay, so I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the Lead Team Collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, our community, the Lead Team Collective, so it is all of the highest and purest light. Amen. Hey, Lead Team. How you doing today? Thank you so much for partnering with us and doing this clearing with us if you are agreeing to do this with us. Is this clearing in our highest and best interest? Yes? Okay, awesome. I'm going to do the law of challenge real quick because I haven't done it today. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. In the name of Christ, are you of the highest and purest light? Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, Lead Team. So did you hear my request on behalf of the community for clearing the inherited emotional patterns, family conditioning, and relational wounds? Gently, please. Yes. Okay. Okay, can we go ahead and do the clearing? All right. So you guys can sit back and relax. I'll let you know when it's over. I apologize. The dryer is on. It's always on. The dryer's always on when I'm recording. So you might hear a little tune during the clearing if it goes off in the meantime. So just hopefully it doesn't bother you. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the clearing. 1, 2, 3. Is there another layer? There is not. Okay, that took a while. That's not surprising. That was like a solid 4-minute clearing. So, which is, that was kind of long compared to other ones. So, what do you think, lead team? Well, let me ask them, you guys. I have some questions here we can ask. Okay, so lead team, are we now free from inherited emotional agreements, unhealthy family conditioning, and generational patterns that were not consciously chosen? Yes. Cool. Does this declaration successfully release unhealthy relationship dynamics connected to fear, guilt, silence, imbalance, and emotional suppression? Yes. Does this declaration also apply to future unconscious relational or family agreements unless consciously accepted with full awareness? Yes. Has this declaration been accepted within our emotional, energetic, relational, and spiritual fields? Yes. Is this declaration safe for our nervous system, emotional healing, physical body, and spiritual well-being? Yes. Can this declaration now stand permanently unless consciously changed by our own free will? Yes. Yay! Yay! All right, I wonder, did you guys hear my husband snoring? I could hear it. It's right through the wall. Oh my gosh. Now you'll go back. It was like at 14 minutes, 14, 15, 14 minutes, 15 seconds. I was like, yeah, I wonder if you guys can hear that. Oh my gosh, you guys. Stephen Colbert just did his last show when a couple nights before I'm recording this. So, yeah, I mean, it would have been fine if he had chosen to go on his own, but because, yeah, I think that's a problem. I guess I don't even want to know what to say about it. But he went out like a trooper, and it was amazing the way he did it. Did you guys see it? Anybody see it? Paul McCartney has to mention the Epstein files. That was awesome. So just really good. I'm going to miss him a lot. I think he just brought some nice lightness and called out some things in an appropriate way, things that needed to be called out. So that's just how I feel about it. But anywho, all right, you guys, have a good one, and I will see you in the next clearing or the next video, whatever. I'm going to do the last clearing coming up now is going to be on, what's the last one? Loss of personal power, discernment, and free will. Okay, so we're going to do that last one. So go ahead and pop into the playlist here if you want to check them out. I also will put the energy clearing, just general energy clearing playlist right here. If you want to check that out, there's many in there. So look at the topics. Again, just don't do more than one a day, but look at the topics. You can bookmark that playlist and go in and do them whenever you are feeling off, or you just feel like, you don't even need to, you just feel like, I think once a day is a great thing, and just keep healing and healing and healing energetically. It could be as easy as that. I find I'm getting so much healing just from doing these with the community here. And I know it's working. So entertainment purposes only, obviously, and allegedly. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.